Good evening, Saucepod streamers from coast to coast. It's me, Tony Sometimes, and this is episode number 155 of the Sauce Podcast, volume 7 of the Best of the Sauce Pod. And I'm coming at you live from inside the FingerLakes1.com studios, deep beneath historic downtown Seneca Falls, New York, on Monday, August 18th, 2014. So this is the last Best of the Sauce of the summer, and we'll be back in early to mid-September. Watch thesaucepod.com for the announcement of the actual date when we'll come back on live with the regular program. So I got 2 clips for you tonight as we step into the Saucepod time machine. We're going to go back to November 12th of 2012 and relive the finals of the candy bar bracket. Now this is where we start out with something like 32, 64, I don't remember, a ton of candy bars. And we had one of every one, at least. And we paired them on down, pitted one against the other, bracket style, tournament style. We would go with votes and break the tie with a chat room. So very scientific here to determine the best candy bar of them all. So, without further ado, well, actually, I just should tell you that we also got a clip from January 7th, 2013, episode 84. Don't turn this into a bloodbath that we'll play after. But first, let's go back to November 12th, 2012 for episode 78. The finals of the candy bar brackets. And here we go.
What would you do?
What's wrong, Dandy?
Unlucky. You've not won this time.
Why
not
won.
try again?
That's another English thing.
You've not won this time, they say.
They put things on the inside of candy bars.
There's a little English flag on the side.
What's Roger's vote on this one?
CC is his vote.
Charleston Chew? Well, then my vote doesn't matter, so I don't have to make that tough choice.
Oh, I didn't get it when he was telling me. I was like, duh, it's not CC, it's KK, jerk.
Carlston Coup.
I didn't think Charleston Chew. I thought he was trying to say Kit Kat with a C.
Carlston Coup, the official bar of the KKK.
My bad, Roger.
Well, definitely a big congratulations to the Charleston Chew. Huh?
I think that's going to win it.
It's in the Final Four right now, which is pretty impressive run.
There's 2 non-number 1 seeds in there, huh?
Yeah, the other number 1 seed lives, and we're going to decide on that right now. Hershey's
versus
Crunch.
Hershey's. Nestle chocolate sucks, man.
At this point, I definitely would go with the Hershey's bar over Nestle's Crunch. So that's the end of that story.
Sorry. We need to hear from Roger on that one.
Wow, so the Hershey bar goes to the Final Four with only one more spot remaining. We have the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
I don't feel good.
Versus the Twix bars.
Twix, without a doubt, for me.
That's a tough one. It is a tough one.
Think about this. How good would you feel if you ate both of those cups right now? Not good. But you could eat all those Twix, all 4 of them.
Nuh-uh.
I could.
I wouldn't. It's more of a cookie than a candy bar.
Love it.
Sometimes I eat the caramel off the top of the cookie.
Sure.
And then eat the cookie.
Do you remember when Walmart, like the original Walmart, the smaller one, when they had the Sam's Club stuff?
Yeah.
And you get like the knockoff Twix in like the bag. They're so gross.
They're gross.
What's Roger say?
Twix.
Yes, sir.
So that's the end of Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And
what would you vote, though? Just out of curiosity.
I'm glad I didn't have to, because it would have been tough.
I was fucking serious.
I probably would have gone with the Reese's, honestly.
Oh,
Twix is solid, but I don't really ever crave a Twix.
I do.
I sometimes get it because it's there, and I know it's going to be good.
It's
I know
more
it's going to
substantial
deliver.
than that Reese's. If you're hungry,
It is,
Twix
but
is
see,
better.
I don't usually think of candy bars for hunger. As a matter of fact, some of the ones that are just more heavy don't appeal to me. That's why I like Almond Joys.
They're light.
Well, as light as you can get in a candy bar, I guess.
Sure.
But So we have our final four set. Snicker, no, 100 grand.
Nice.
Charleston Chew, Hershey's, and Twix.
That's what I would have expected. If I had to call this before,
There's no
I probably
surprises
would-
like Blueberry
well,
Morning and
no, I probably would have put the Snickers in there as well in the final four. But that's 3 out of the 4. If I had to pick the bracket beforehand,
You
I'd
voted against Snickers.
I know. I'm saying if I had to pick this bracket to start for like a contest, I would have gotten 3 out of 4 right there because I would have picked Snickers. If I just had to pick my final 4 looking at the original.
Well, let's face it, we got 4 candy bars left, and there they are. I mean, these are obviously the cream of the crop
Danny gets to eat 3 of those.
when it comes to candy bars.
What happens to the fourth one? It gets immortalized on the wall.
It gets framed.
We keep it here. We throw it in with our Facebook prize pack that we can give away at any moment.
It actually
now.
replaces Rudy P. Wrongtone as the 4th member of the sauce.
Why is he in Florida?
Family Matters.
The show. He's
Yeah.
filming an episode. They're rebooting it, and he's playing Steve Urkel.
I heard he's rooming with Eddie Winslow.
Yeah. Did I do that?
The 100 grand or Charleston Chew? My vote is going 100 grand.
Charleston Chew.
It's coming up to Roger.
Roger.
There's nothing else like it.
Roger's gonna go 100 grand.
I think he's going to go Charleston Chew because it's
No.
got a Navy feel to it.
It does.
In the Navy.
You can freeze
doesn't work with-
Charleston Chew. Can you freeze
Yes,
the other one?
you can. You can freeze 100 grand. It's good.
You could freeze any of these candy bars.
It's true.
And it's in.
What's he say?
Charleston Chew.
Good choice, man.
Wow.
Thanks, Roger.
It comes in 3 delicious flavors, except for strawberry, which is gross.
So it comes in 2 delicious.
Yeah.
And one crappy.
And 1 crappy flavor.
Wow, so there you go. Charleston Chew in the finals.
I love that.
And here's your 100,000 grand king size. 2-piece king size.
So that's
pack.
1,000 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the other side of the bracket, the one that I'm considering the weaker side, we got Hershey's and Twix, which I don't know about you guys, but
I'm voting Twix.
I'm voting Hershey's. Roger,
I'm glad these have all
Roger.
been contentious.
Charleston Chew's the dark horse, he says.
Yeah, in this contest, sure.
the question is, are they going to face Hershey's or Twix in the finals? It's all up to Roger on this
I know the answer.
day of honor.
Are you going to tell us?
No.
That's
He's
terrible.
going to make you wait.
That's fine.
You know what he's going to pick, or has he already entered it?
He's already entered it.
Well, what do we got?
Relay. Relay.
Twix.
Whoa, boy.
People in the chat room knew before you. It doesn't tell us how many people are here tonight.
What do you mean?
It's broken.
It's 2012, almost 2013. It doesn't say how many people are in the chat room. don't understand that.
So the Twix advances, huh?
Yep. Twix versus Charleston Chew is what's
I
happening
would have
here.
never guessed that.
This is the final matchup, the championship round, the whole enchilada, the whatever else you can come to think of. There's 2 candy bars left. The Twix, the bar with the cookie crunch, and the Charleston Chew.
Let's take a look at the packaging there. Look at the Twix trying to be all shiny, like it needs to sell itself. Charleston Chew, it's got an ugly wrapper.
It's still flashy, though, blue and red on yellow. It really stands
No,
out at you.
I think it is flashy, but I think it's more timeless.
Yeah, it's more of a
It
classic
seems
feel.
older.
Yeah, it is. It's 1922, man.
But it's out there.
Let's see what the number one ingredient on both of these. Twix from the Mars Company and Charleston Chew is a product of Cambridge Brands, a subsidiary of Tootsie Roll,
Right. Which,
Chicago, Illinois.
just a note, Tootsie Roll bar did not make it into the contest tonight. The bigger Tootsie Roll.
The first,
Come in like a log. They can be
yeah,
considered a bar.
that's Tootsie Roll.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I hear you. Corn syrup, number one ingredient on the Charleston Chew.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And the number one ingredient on the Twix bar is milk chocolate. Sounds a lot more delicious than corn
Twix
syrup.
is a chocolate biscuit made by
There's
Mars.
more cookie than chocolate, so how could it be the
it's
first
not a
ingredient?
cookie. It's not a cookie. Technically, it's a
Cracker?
biscuit.
biscuit.
So there's more biscuit than.
It's consisting of a biscuit finger topped with caramel and coated in milk chocolate. Now listen, here's the thing. It was first produced in the UK in 1967 and introduced in the United States in 1979.
Twix?
1979.
It's new. Billy Carter was in the White House. The hostages were in Iran.
Yeah.
People were tying yellow ribbons around
Which
things.
one
Old
has the
oak
most sugar?
trees.
Yep. The USS
Oh, the
hockey
Charleston
team
Chew.
hadn't won the Miracle on Ice yet.
The Charleston Chew is just pure sugar. I mean, that's what it is. It's sugar coated with sugar. At least there's biscuit in the Twix.
I gotta tell you, there's a lot of bars I would have voted over Charleston Chew, but when put up against the Twix, my vote is going Charleston Chew.
Yeah, Charleston Chew. Holy smokes, there are so many different kinds of Twix bars. Jesus.
Huh? It's only one Twix.
No, there's 50 different kinds of Twix bars.
Mint.
Let me just give you
There's
a quick
peanut butter.
Twix PB, Twix Tea Breaks. This is a British one. Twix Miniatures, Cookies and Cream Twix, Chocolate Fudge Twix, Triple Chocolate, Choco and Orange Twix, Twix Extra, Ice Cream Twix, Chocolate Ice Cream Twix, Twix Top, Twix 100 Calorie, New Twix, Twix Mint, Ice Cream Twix, Orange Twix.
New Twix.
Yeah, that says,
Chalk and orange Twix.
yeah, New Twix. From 2000, Mars changed the biscuit to a crunchier, less dense texture. The bars were also repackaged in new bright gold foil wrap. These bars replaced all old bars and wrappers. And that's the one we have standard, New Twix. That's the standard we have now in the U.S. Twix Pods, that's what you get in Australia.
Well, what's for official count? What's Roger's vote?
Holy smokes. What does Roger say? He's got to go Charleston Chew. He's not voting Twix. He knows what's right. Dandy relay.
Charleston Chew's the
Yeah.
winner.
Wow, 3-0. Yeah. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
What a whirlwind ride that was.
32 candy bars started. And only one remains. The Charleston Chew, the king of candy bars as far as the sauce pot is concerned. Dandy R&D does not endorse this content or Charleston Chew or any products of the Tootsie Roll Company, a subsidiary of Cambridge Branch, Chicago, Illinois. It was a tough battle. Snickers fell, Kit Kat fell, Reese's fell, Twix fell, Hershey's bar fell. All these dang candies fell.
All of them.
And,
Right into Dandy's backpack.
They're going to fall later, too.
And the Charleston Chew remains, which will stay here uneaten at the studio forever. We'll perch it right there.
Nice. Look at that.
There you go.
It's perfect.
It'll
You
be
got to
in
move
for-
it one to the left.
Yeah, but these are pointed down.
No, go to two to the left. There you go. One.
Oh, good old Roger in the chat room. Yeah, the Charleston Chew was an upset winner. You know, you think maybe Snickers. I would have gone for Snickers. I mean, if it was my personal candy bar bracket, Snickers would have won, gone straight through. But it wasn't. It was by consensus. And the Charleston Chew is the official candy bar of the Sauce Pod, unofficially. I want to take you back to episode 84, January 7th, 2013. This was January 7th, 2013. So just a couple months after that last clip. And this clip is strange. I think that when you talk to somebody, anybody, it could be a good friend even, but you are thinking about different things that they're thinking about, and it's very rare when you get on the same page with somebody. I suppose people that are good friends generally are on that same page when they're talking about something. They both are, well, you know, I'm not going to talk about it. I'll just play the clip. Here we go. January 7th, 2013, episode 84, entitled, Don't Turn This Into a Bloodbath. And we'll get a box of Fruity Pebbles, and we probably won't do any of those things, and that won't be here next time. But for now, there you go. So what do you say we get into some news? I don't have any news tonight. No listener mail. We've done it, though. We've accomplished our goal. Next time that we have a bracket challenge, Dandy, I'll be sure to get you a sub. Was that so bad, Dandy? Was that so bad?
No, because You had
Oh,
Roger
my
Fo-
bad
who
there. I
actually-
didn't. I played you I continued the old episode. Here we go. You know how I knew? That clicking, whatever it was. I think it was one of the chairs. I think it was the chair I was sitting in. No clicking in the second one. Here we go. Saucepod Time Machine, January 7th, 2013. I drop off my daughter at school, 7-year-old Jackie. And
Jackie sometimes.
as I've had to do this whole month, I've had to take her to school every day. I kind of like it. It's a good, nice way to start the day. So I bring her to school for one of the first times of the stretch that I have to bring her to school. And I want to give her a kiss and hug goodbye, but she darts away and, says, bye, Dad, no, and runs away. And I thought to myself, she must be embarrassed. She don't want to kiss her old dad in front of the other kids, And that's how I proceeded with that reality in my mind of the situation. And later that night, my wife comes into the bedroom and says, I just want to let you know, Jackie told me that she was pretty upset this morning because she wasn't in the first 3 people in line. Apparently, for my daughter, all the kids go and get in line with their class when they get in there, and then they walk to class to start the day. My daughter likes to be within the first 3. And that day, she was like towards the end. I don't know. I think that it just makes her feel good, like a good kid.
So she's withholding affection from you because she's not?
No, she didn't want to take the time.
Oh, she didn't even want to.
So this whole time, I'm thinking to myself, she's embarrassed to give her dad a hug and kiss in front of her friends, which is kind of sad because, that happens at a certain age, and then it's gone. She used to cry when we left her.
Yeah.
If you get her there within the first 3, she'll do it. Cause
I know.
There's no friends there.
But that's my point is that either way I would win. But my daughter's reality of that situation was that, oh man, I got to get to the front of the line. My dad's late as it is, and so she just runs. So it's totally different. But that got me to thinking. That's true of 90% of the conversations that we have with people. I swear to God. I think that, and some of them are important conversations, and some of them are non-consequential. But I'm saying that almost everybody you talk to throughout the course of a day, they're in a different reality of that conversation than you are. Maybe 90 is too high. Maybe 40% to 50% is better. But I think especially when there's some sort of negotiation or some sort of disagreement, that almost always the 2 people are in different states of mind. And to become a good salesperson or negotiator, I think you need to really be good at understanding what reality they're in. You guys following me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking back to before the show when you and Dandy were arguing. What mindsets you were both in?
Yeah, well, he was thinking that who knows? I don't know. What
And
he
I
was
don't
thinking,
think we
but
should get into that subject now. I just think that it's important to think about. You guys were having it back and forth, and was each of you listening to the other one, or were you just off in your own little?
I mean,
I think it plays well with what we're talking about
we
here.
said.
You remember what you said?
Yeah.
Remember what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, but my reasons for saying
But we have
things,
different opinions, so we're not going to be.
I'm saying that my reasons for saying things are based on what you are saying to me, and the reasons for you saying things are based on emotions or
But that's not what you
predisposed
should be.
conditions.
That's not what you should be answering on what I say. You should be answering on facts about the situation,
I'm
not what I'm talking.
What I'm saying is being aware of that dynamic of what's going on in the other person's reality
Right.
is an art that everyone should try to master.
You couldn't possibly have come up with the fact that your daughter wanted to be first or second or third in line. That just wasn't something that you would even consider.
Right. Now I know.
Now
Maybe
you know.
it's a sign that I'm not paying close enough attention to my daughter.
Well, and you try and get her there sooner, right? You
Oh,
try
yeah. Since then, we've always hit it. We hit it up nice and early.
Gotten gold every
Right.
day since.
And the ironic thing about this is the other day, I did go to give her a hug and kiss, and she didn't want to because she was embarrassed for the kids. So that day she was, but I was thinking that, so.
She's not the third person from her class anymore. She's the third person in the entire school.
Right,
now.
right.
But they will, like, get home from work, hey honey, what do you want to do for dinner tonight? And I don't know, want to get a pizza or something. Her reason for saying I want to get a pizza, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, it's just quick and easy. She just wants to get it done, or maybe her reality is that she is concerned that she's got a wedding next week, and she knows if she just gets a pizza, she only have one slice, and or something just totally arbitrary out there for her saying, let's get pizza tonight. And again, that's more of a non-consequential thing, but when you have discussions with people that you have relationships with or are reliant on, let's say you're in a band, and you're trying to make it work with your bros in your band, and you confront the guitar player who has been coming to practice late, and when you get into this discussion and argument, you're thinking he's late for this reason, he's legitimizing it for another reason that you don't realize, and that argument is just going to go nowhere. You're not going to reach an agreement when you're both in separate realities of the conversation. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I absolutely understand.
I should have probably thought of more examples, but
no, I could think of a million examples. Every time my wife talks, there's a. I'm serious, and I don't want to sound like it's a cliche or anything, but every time my wife says something, there's a really deep-seated reason behind all of it in the end that I could never come up with on my own.
Right, unless you're thinking about that, you're just thinking
Even
you're
if
having a conversation.
a lot of times, even if I thought about it a lot, I would never reach the same.
No matter what, you're always going to have a difference of opinion, and you're always going to feel that your opinion's the right opinion. You're never going to be...
Unless you understand the true root reason behind the opinion that she is not willing to share openly for whatever, either consciously or subconsciously.
But then you got to go and think that you'll probably never know the real reason, because the person doesn't want... They'll give you a different reason than what the actual reason is.
And that's the frustrating part, and that's my point of that. Almost so many of the conversations you have are just pointless and worthless because there's nothing being accomplished, because they're being the two conversationalists are in different realities. That's the best way I can put it, is they're living in a different reality of their mind at that moment than the other person. And if one person is thinking to the other person, the other person is thinking something because of this or that. Let's put this. Let's say I go in and try to sell an advertisement to a local business or a service. And, I sit down and they start giving me some pushback, and I assume that it's because of price. It's a thing you might jump to. He doesn't want to pay this much money.
You walked into Dandy's Donuts.
Right, and I'm like, Dandy, for $199.99, I'm going to sell you an ad that's, going to be great. It's going to double your donut sales. And then old Dandy says,
give me some pushback, Dandy.
No,
not interested.
Right, not interested. And I'm thinking to myself that I think most people would assume it's just the price base, but it may be something totally different. He may have other concerns.
Like I just bought my own ad in the Town Crier.
Right.
Well, that could be it too, which you were in to share. Or
maybe his fryer broke down last week. He had to buy a new one, and he just doesn't have the money right now.
Well, those are still money based, but I'm thinking.
Or I just don't like you.
What if you dated a cousin of mine at some point or something?
I knew this was going that far. I knew this was fucking going there.
No, it's not. It's not.
That wasn't my call. It wasn't my fucking call. We were cutting corners for the budget for 2013, and it seemed like an online ad wasn't where we wanted to fucking go.
Whoa, we're talking about Dandy's Donuts here.
Jesus Christ.
We're not talking about Bulls Run.
I could feel it as soon as he started saying
I swear that wasn't the reason for bringing this up.
We're talking about
You
Dandy's Donuts.
you just got more angry than I did before the show.
No, it could be that Dandy. It could be that Dandy saw. Maybe Dandy's got a competitor.
Yep.
Dunkin' Donuts or something.
Right,
and,
sure.
Or let's say another smaller donut shop, and that donut shop is advertising.
Roger says I'm not interested because I'm cheap.
Or Dandy's ex-girlfriend only goes to that, and all her friends are. But whatever, he's scorned. It's some other reason that put him in a frame of mind that. But if I knew that, I could play on the emotional side instead of the price side. But
right,
like I say, my point is that a lot of conversations we have are totally worthless because the two people aren't on the same page. So much wasted time.
This is the most
Give
helpful
it time.
show
We'll be able
yet.
to read each other's minds. You'll be able to tell.
Soon enough. So
Mood rings.
Google mind reading.
Mm.
Well, it is 213 in 2013, or as I
Yeah.
like to call it, the future world.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we got here is some segment intros for 2013, like this one.
Man drink like that and he don't eat, he is going to die.
We save hard drinks in here for men who want to get drunk fast.
And yes, Dandy's Donuts. He makes the best donuts. Jelly donuts, glazed donuts, donut holes. You know, I still don't even have to listen to that again. I don't know if I explained that the best way I could. It's a tough thing to explain. As a host of a podcast, you'd think I would be better with words. But that's all I got for you tonight. Thanks for joining us for episode number 155 of the Sauce Podcast. The next time we'll be back live with a regular episode in early mid-September. Check for the announcement at thesaucepod.com. Or subscribe by clicking the button below if you're watching on YouTube. Or subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher.com. Until then, enjoy the rest of your summer. Good night now.
Support great local content like this by becoming a patron of FingerLakes1.com. Visit patreon.com/FL1.
www.fingerlakes1.com